Good evening, everyone, and welcome to NerD TopiC. I'm your host, PDG, the man in the bubble, and it is a pleasure to be back. I'm not really sure if you can hear me, so I'm going to take this mask off, but we're just bringing in the Halloween flavor the right way. Happy Halloween weekend. Be safe out there. Taking the helmet off and coming back to normal. What's up, everybody? We got some great guests with us tonight. We're going to open up with Don Manigly. Say hi, Don.
Hey, everybody. And seeing as how you referenced Halloween PDG, I've got to do my Donald Pleasance impression. I must find Michael Myers, and I must find a toilet.
Pretty good, man. That's pretty
What's
good.
up, everybody? This is Don Manigly, a.k.a. Donnie Cage 223 on Instagram, the Donnie Cage on Twitter. That's where you can find me. I am host of the Uncaged Voice podcast on YouTube. And like I said, happy to be back on NerD TopiC.
Nice. Welcome back. Happy to have you back. Next up on the guest list is Chris Forsyth, aka Darkstar. What's up, Chris? Say hi to everybody. I see how it's going to be. Looks like we have a stand-in for Chris, one of the guards from the Squid Game. Sick.
What's up, everybody? Fucking Darkstar here. Fucking, you know who I am.
Nice.
I like to fuck around. So, yeah. What's up, motherfuckers? We are back, season motherfucking 2.
It's funny, man. It was like September, even August, and I'm like, man, I got to start rolling NerD TopiC back up to speed and start getting on these episodes. And it was just too nice out, and movies were starting again, and this and that. And I was just like, I'm going to wait a little while. And then I knew I was going to start, late October, early November. And then all of a sudden tonight in Philly, we got this storm rolling in. It's like hurricane warnings and torrential rain and all that. And I was just like, all right, tonight is the night to start the NerD TopiC. And this is definitely a wintertime show, or I should say a crappy weather show. So as far as season 3 goes, we'll be back next winter starting date as soon as the weather gets crappy, but we're here for season 2 and season 2. And it's a thrill to be back.
Specials, though.
Say that again?
We still got those specials.
Hell yeah.
Bad movie club.
Bad Movie Club's out there, man. Yeah, me and Chris and my original Bad Movie Club co-partner, Tanner Moore, we started this thing because we just were in a roll of like, Jesus, these movies are bad that we're watching. Don knows very well my Bad Movie Club persona on Twitter and how much some stuff I'm unforgiving, man,
Oh, what's your new name?
Which?
Your new name on Twitter. For giving things for movies.
Oh, yeah. Count Dubious.
The Dubious reviewer.
Count Dubious. I'm actually going to open up a second account and just do all of my reviews like this for Count Dubious because people on Twitter are coming at me, man. They're like, you're so full of shit and your opinion is shit and you gave that an A+ and you gave that an A+, like you suck.
Got to be careful, though, Pete, because they might think that you're a part of the anonymous cult.
It's true, man. No, I know. This is just my Halloween persona. I have absolutely nothing to do with Anonymous.
Exactly.
All right. Well, once again, guys, thanks for being here. Chris, I love your underwater outer space atmosphere you got going on there.
Cool stuff.
This is my eyeball looking at me right here.
Nice. All right. So, I figured, what better way to end October, bring in Halloween and discuss Halloween movies and October as a movie month in general. It's been pretty amazing to have everything hitting back as hard as it's been hitting. I personally can't remember a month. I might be wrong about this, but I can't remember a month where every weekend a serious franchise movie dropped. Like, I really don't think that's ever happened. Like, movies come out all through the summer and all throughout the year, but literally, like, what was it? Venom, Halloween, No Time to Die, Dune. Like, boom, 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 boom. That was a sick month, man. I was at the movies every week, and yeah.
Not only that, but the TV shows coming out too. It's just we've had like the saga through like everything. Fucking, it's beautiful. I love it.
I do love it too, man. I joked about it a while ago about how just keep me sedated, man, with all this material, and I'll be fine. Just like plug me into like entertainment all day, every day. Don, did you see all of the movies that came out, like the four that I mentioned?
It's funny you mentioned that because I have actually seen none of them so
Whoa.
far. And
Oh,
I will
fuck.
say, and I will say at least two of them I don't have any intention of seeing anytime soon. Which I'll leave you to figure out which two I'm referring to. But the other two I have every intention of seeing because
Cool.
I've
Yeah.
heard that they're really good. You know, some people said movies didn't quite meet their expectations, but other people are like, no, it's great. I mean, at the very least, you've got to see it on the big screen. It
Right.
helps with the experience. You know, to me, I've always felt that if a movie's good, it doesn't matter what format you really watch it in, you're still going to enjoy it. Now, obviously, if it's meant for a big screen, yeah, go see it on a big screen. But at the same time, the movie's bad. It doesn't matter what format you watch it in. I mean, it's still going to be a shitty experience for you. And I'll never forget, I think it was back in 2002, I went to go see Queen of the Damned, which I think it must have been February of that year. And that was that Anne Rice movie where, you know, Aaliyah, you know, posthumously played the title character. And my God, it was a great soundtrack. Jonathan Davis, I remember, did the soundtrack, and there were a lot of other cool new metal
From
bands that were
Korn?
part of that. What's that?
Jonathan Davis from Korn?
Jonathan Davis from Korn. Yep.
Jeez.
Definitely check out that soundtrack. It's worth listening to. But whatever you do, never sit down and watch that movie because it is a steaming turd in every sense of the word. It's basically like they took the cliff notes of the book, which I haven't read, but I've heard is actually pretty good. And they just, yeah, it's like cut and paste here and there and awful viewing experience.
Sounds like a bad movie club movie.
Definitely.
Chris, have you seen, how many of the four movies that I mentioned did you see, the 4 October blockbusters?
I think I've seen all of them, and I fell asleep during fucking Halloween Kills. I fell asleep during that. Seen Dune twice now. Fuck, what else was on the list?
No Time to Die.
And
No Time to
Venom.
Die. I fell asleep during that. But it was good. I was drunk.
Hey,
To like to my thing, I was drunk. Still
happens
waiting
to the best of us.
I definitely liked what I saw. A bunch of the fucking old school shit coming back. Like, dude, the fucking doing donuts and the fucking DB8 and fucking like with the machine guns coming out. Like, dude,
Yeah.
you can't just like fucking you're like all over the fucking face. Like, that was great.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Well, you said you fell asleep.
Venom 2 was also out.
Venom
You fell
2.
asleep through Venom. I'm sorry. You fell asleep through Halloween Snores, right? And
Yeah.
Halloween was rough, man.
Venom 2, we all did we go to see that?
Probably.
Yeah,
I saw it. Yeah. You know, the people who liked Venom too. And
It was entertaining.
Yeah.
There was part just like there was a shit ton I would cut out of that movie and just make it more like coherent, like, and just less. I don't know. I don't want to say boring because that's a bad word for fucking movies and shit. But like, I don't know. Just get it going. Like, keep me involved in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, the pacing was staggered. I know I realize you haven't seen it, Don, but it doesn't ruin anything to tell you because you could actually go into it looking if Venom's even one you're going to see, because I think you're going to avoid that and Halloween from what I gather.
Well, you know, if I see it one day, then great. But it's just one of those things. I didn't particularly care for the first Venom movie, so that's why when the second one came out, I saw the trailers and thought, yeah, this looks just like more of the same here.
Yeah.
It is. It's a good laugh. It's like you can throw it on and just not expect anything and just have some good laughs and everything. It's a good movie for that.
Sure.
Do you guys think that movie theaters are back, like completely back, or will there be another slowdown?
I don't think they're back at all yet. I think I think they're trying to bring them back slowly, and some people are going back to the theater, but I still think it's going to be a little while before they're back in full force. Maybe by next spring we might start to see people finally like really going back to the movies, but
Yeah,
I don't think people are going to be going to the movie theater in the winter, to be perfectly honest.
it's a good point, man. I mean, the winter's coming, summertime and fall is fine, and October is pleasant weather, and everybody's excited. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see. You know, it always feels more claustrophobic and germish in the winter. Everybody comes out from the cold, they're sniffling and stuff. So I actually, yeah, you have me thinking whether or not people are going to just put the brakes on the wintertime movie going. I know I'm going to go, man. I mean, like, I love just hiking in the snow, camping out of the movie, maybe trying to sneak into another movie and just spending the afternoon in there, you know.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Good times, right?
Chris, what do you think, man? Movies back, or are they going to do another slowdown?
Movies are back, man. I'm saying movies are back.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been going. We're starting up there. There's like quite a few people that the couple that we've been to. We've seen quite a few people in there.
Yeah, the shows have been sold out.
Yeah, that's making me happy. Like, and the movies that we didn't go to, like, I'm sending you the thing. I'm just like looking at shit. I'm just like, dude, there's only front row seats. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, holy shit. But yeah, like what I'm saying is just like, yeah, it's gonna be like a soft reboot sort of thing. Like,
you know what's funny is, I know movies and the internet are supposed to make, well, I know that movie ordering ticket apps are supposed to make things more easy, but for my squad, it does not make it easier, because there's like 4 of us going, and it'll be like, where the hell are you sitting at, man? Like, you know,
yeah,
like,
Yeah, you can't get seats next to each other. That's the thing.
you can't do that. Like, it's like, oh, you can only get this seat, and then they block off the next 2 seats next to you, so you can't sit next to your friend.
yeah,
Like, that's kind of dumb. But I'm saying, like, yeah. As far as like convenience goes, like, do you want to segue into the next question?
sure. Next question we have is kind of on the piggyback of that last one, in regards to streaming services and movie releases, whether or not the dual release, like the half theater, half streaming, is going to continue. Are we going to keep seeing things on HBO Max and in the movies at the same time? I don't know if Paramount Plus does the same thing, but I imagine maybe they do. But it seems like HBO Max has that corner of the market.
Yeah,
They got
they use that business model. Yeah.
Yeah. So that might be a better question, is to say, do you think HBO Max will keep that? Let's start with Don.
I think they're definitely going to keep it, because it worked with a lot of their releases this year. Like, if you look at like Godzilla versus Kong, Mortal Kombat, Dune most recently. There were a couple other movies in between. We've got The Matrix Resurrections coming out in December as of right now. These are all movies that are getting simultaneous releases on HBO Max and in theaters. And it's actually helping out, because even if maybe the movies aren't grossing as much as they want them to make in theaters, they're still getting a ton of new subscribers to HBO Max, which is really helping them out at the end of the day. Yeah. So, I mean, I definitely, like, back to what you were saying, Chris, I mean, just mainly because I haven't been in a theater myself yet this fall, but it's good to see that theaters are coming back. But I don't think that, the major distributors are going to decide right away, hey, let's cancel the HBO Max release and just go right to just make it theatrical only, even though there are a lot of filmmakers that want their movies to just be in theaters first before they go on streaming platforms.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I will say, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, we saw the whole Scarlett Johansson thing fucking happen through the whole streaming versus movie thing. So that happened.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson's original sort of contract saying, if this movie goes into theaters and lasts longer in the theaters, or stays in the theaters before it goes to Disney, I have a written clause that will say if it makes a certain extra amount of money beyond whatever money they decided on, I will get some profits from that, or some I don't know what you would call the exact word, just extra kickback. And then for them to take the movie out and put it onto Disney early, is that what happened? Is that why she was upset about it, or was she just upset that it was going on Disney Plus at all?
Like originally, as far as I knew, Kevin Feige, that was going to be a movie thing, like through and through.
Right.
Like that come to theaters because he's a big proponent of bringing back movie theaters and everything. And when Disney was just like, no, let's throw on Disney Plus as well. Like, everyone got pissed.
Yeah. Don, what would you do if you got hired to be in a massive movie? And, I mean, none of us are Scarlett Johansson, so we don't have 20 years of acting career in blockbusters under our belt. But, I know today's world seems very much like when you give the studios kickback, you kind of get blacklisted. Like Ray Fisher from Justice League and a couple of the actors in the CW shows, like they kick back against the studios. And then, I don't know if we're going to see them again. Like, so what do you do, man? Like you work on a set, you're in one of the biggest movies, of the summer, of the year, you're a part of one of the biggest franchises, and you have some problems with them. I mean, do you really take them to court, or you just kind of, dust off and keep going?
It's hard to say. You have to pick and choose your battles in the industry, and that's whether you're on the big scale Hollywood blockbusters or whether you're on an independent film. It's like you've really got to be careful not to burn bridges, regardless of how big of a name you are. I mean, not to get off topic, but we saw about like what happened to Alec Baldwin with the whole situation with that Rust film and everything, and you got to believe that that's going to tarnish his reputation now. And you have to wonder, like, these actors who speak out against the studios and everything, is this going to tarnish their reputation in some way, even if they are in many ways justified? I mean, Ray Fisher, you brought up a good example. Like, he complained constantly about people on set, like, Josh Whedon when he was overseeing the reshoots for Justice League, and Jeff Johns and a few other guys, and he sounded like he had a lot of valid claims there. Like, that wasn't about money for him. That was about respect. It was more of a respect thing.
Hello.
What's up?
What's up? What's up, Matt?
What's up?
Matt, Don, but Matt, do you know Chris or Chris?
I don't think I know Chris or Chris.
What's up?
What's up, Chris? Nice meeting you, man.
How you doing?
Nice.
Same old, man.
Yeah.
Pete, hopefully my lighting is pretty good.
You got this looming kind of Logan Wolverine look going, so it's working.
I know.
Just gotta call everybody Bub every once in a while. We'll be fine.
You got it, bub. Well, Pete, you remember when I did Logan for Tom?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I didn't know if I knew that or not.
You should have rocked that while we were on tonight, man, because we all have low-key Halloween costumes. I lost mine. I got something going on somewhere. But,
yeah. Honestly, I don't even know where the hell my clothes are.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, Matt. Tell everybody hi and where they could find you. Give a little quick blurb about who you are and what you're into.
What's up? Matt Delia, everybody. On Instagram, Delia Matthew. I post a lot of stuff about just making movies, collecting comics, collecting and playing with toys. And on YouTube, my main YouTube channel, The New In Crowd Films, I'm Spider-Man heavy. But every other character in the Marvel universe is a Spider-Man side character to me.
Yeah, exactly. You're in the right company, man. We are all Spidey fans here, and I know that we were talking about what's going to get us into the theater, and I know Don Manigly is going to go to see Spidey in December in the theater.
Absolutely. I can't wait for that one.
Nice. Don, speaking of it, I got to talk to you about something. We'll talk about after we shoot. All right, so we are midstream. Don just brought up a good point about shaking the boat. If you were an actor and you had a complication with a director or a production company or something, would you even bring it up, or would you just let it go and just keep your career untarnished and not stir the pot, not rattle the cage, just keep it? And I am, Don gave a good answer. He said, try not to burn any bridges. And I got to agree with him. Probably just keep it all smooth and even keel. But I know me, man, I can't keep my mouth shut. So like, I probably would get fired if somebody, you know what I mean? I just can't.
Yeah.
I just
I guess it
can't
would
lie.
depend what it was, like,
Yeah.
like if it's something that if it's something I could swallow, and as long as the check don't bounce,
Right.
it takes a lot to rattle my cage, but
Yeah.
it can be rattled.
Hmm.
I mean, like, I don't want to fuck with the director's vision or anything, but it's just like, oh yeah, maybe do this.
Right.
This would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Like, giving notes. Notes are always a good thing. Everyone's got a great idea for something to do, and everything everyone's got to do. Like,
I've heard horror stories of especially an actor that I knew or know of through One Degree of Separation, who was on a set with Terry Gilliam. He was on
oh shit.
the movie based in Philly with Brad Pitt.
12 Monkeys.
So, thank you, 12 Monkeys. And yeah, and he went up to Terry Gilliam and said, this scene isn't working for me. And he like kind of went into, I don't want to elaborate because I actually don't know all the details, but I know that statement was made. And Terry Gilliam responded by saying, the only thing that's not working is you.
Wow.
And he kicked him to the curb. He didn't, I think he's still in it, but he didn't get any speaking lines and stuff like that. So
Wow.
I know as being a director, go ahead, Chris, I'm sorry.
Like a wording sort of thing. Like, as long as you're speaking respectfully, it's just like, it's like, no, I think it should be done this way. But like, yeah, you think you maybe try this?
Yeah.
Like,
How would you do it, Matt? What would your wording be? I'm the director. I'm a real hard ass. I want the shot. I have a strong vision of what I want to do, but you got a really good idea. How do you approach the guy?
Honestly, I would just just be straight up, be like, hey, Pete, listen, I got, it's not really, there's something missing, you know what I mean? I'd make it more like a collaborative thing. Like, here's what we could do, like use we language.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, everybody's trying to make a great film,
Right.
Whether it's my way, your way, her way, that guy's way,
Right.
But with that being said, I direct with an iron fist, as Don could say, and anybody that messes with my vision, next.
Yeah.
Yeah, just gives a quick next, and they're off the set. Get this guy off my set. He's never going to work in this city again.
Exactly. Yeah. My whole thing is I give a very brief and I hope it's not vague, but a very open synopsis of what I want the scene to be, so the actor has a lot of room. Because more so, I feel like if I'm like Don, I really want this to be intense. I really want this to be that. It sets you up for what you want, but you might go too far, or you might go too intense, or you might be cramped. So I'm just like, here's the scene, run it, and let's see what you can do, because I'm not an actor. I'm not an actor.
You don't want to constrain the creativity of the actor, because then it's not fun.
Yeah.
You leave them enough room to play with, and some magic can come from it. Because I know I as an actor and director, I love ad lib, because a lot of times just you get a certain energy that is on set that you might not have been able to get on the page, or maybe So yeah, as long as the main beats of a scene are hit, I have no problem with going off script or off beat. I always like trying stuff.
Yeah.
One of the best examples I love about ad lib and just on set was famously when they were shooting the carbonite scene in Empire Strikes Back, and George Lucas Lucas had written the story, and Lucas had scripted the line when Leia says to Han before he goes into the carbonite, she says to him, "I love you," and he was supposed to say, "I love you too." And they kept trying to shoot the scene over and over again, and they couldn't get the reaction or the delivery that they wanted. So eventually the director was just like, you know what, let's go again. And Harrison, this time don't think about it. Okay, action. And then they did the famous I love you, and I know. And the director yelled, cut. It's a great line.
Yeah. I guess that's one of those things. Maybe. Well, yeah, Chris was talking about earlier. Let's not get on Star Wars because we're going to get sidetracked and talk about this forever and not stay on
One
topic.
shot first.
But no, that's a great point. That's a great point.
When we did the fucking GI Joe shit, like, and I was just like, "Yo, can I just say this?" And you were like, "Yeah, go ahead." Like that works. Like
Yeah.
I forgot what the fucking line was. It was like "I am" or some along those lines.
Yep. So I'm already getting the 10-minute warning on this bad boy. So
Rad.
yeah,
We got more questions, I think.
we got 10 minutes. Let's just hit some questions. We'll go around and we'll see if it takes too long. I'll set up another Zoom and we'll jump right back on. But let's see if we can bang this out in 10 minutes. So here's my big question: Spider-Man predictions.
It's like I was made for this.
You know.
Let's start with you, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I want to do a round robin so we get as many questions in as we can, and then we'll do a synopsis kind of thing. So we're on Spider-Man predictions. Matt, 1 to 5 stars without any dissertation. What do you think?
How good I think No Way Home's going to be?
Yes. Yeah. Sorry.
I don't know, man. I think it's either going to be the best one or the worst one.
Ooh.
Just because they're balancing so much, they're throwing everything at the wall. Pete, I think me and you talked before. Spider-Man's not really a multiversal character, really on the same lane as Daredevil, but with the right writing, any character can be any type of story. So I'm hoping 5-star.
5 stars. Don?
If there's one thing I know, it's that Marvel is great at balancing a lot of characters in an epic story. So I'm not gonna go 5 stars. I'm gonna say like a solid 4.5 probably.
All right. Darkstar Chris, 1 to 5 stars. Spidey.
My question is, what universe are we in this movie?
Yeah.
What do we? So I got 4.6, and maybe
very detailed.
for how everything's being, or maybe an alternate universe, it's a 5.
Yeah. You know, that's crazy. I didn't even think about that. Say they break the multiverse, shatter it. I mean, they're going to do it. But depending on how they do it, imagine
Say
if
it breaks into madness.
Well, I think it will. It'll be the multiverse of madness, right? They should call it the multiverse of madness. Part 1, and then Doctor Strange would be the multiverse of madness part 2. But no. In a weird way, Chris just made me think of this. What if like the Toby portion of the multiverse is more satisfying in closure, whatever they do to it, if they close it and resolve things, is more satisfying than like the Garfield portion, or if the Tom Holland portion is left hanging, but they close out Toby. Is that going to be fulfilling? Like to see like, all right, Toby got his due, but meanwhile, Tom Holland, we still don't feel like he ever was like a real Spider-Man movie. He's always riding on the wings of everybody, Stark and Nick. What's the eye patch dude's name?
Fury.
Thank you. This dude, crazy. I don't know. Okay, so how true are all the rumors going to be? This is next question. How true are all the rumors that it's quite really that multiversal and it's going to be all those characters that we've seen and we think? Matt.
Oh, it's going to be fucking nuts.
Or Chris.
Definitely.
Matt?
Yeah, I definitely think if this was just a bullshit rumor, I think it would have died a long time ago. But like, I've never seen rumors for a movie that they still claim are, oh, nothing's confirmed, but like each new rumor builds off the last.
Yeah.
We've seen
And
photos.
Right. And then like as soon as J.K. Simmons was in that post-credit scene, I was like, my boy Toby's coming back. It's just when.
Yeah. That's actually the defining point. J.K. Simmons being in it confirms any multiversal rumor. I mean, there's no way why just bring him, but yeah, very interesting.
And then forget about Doc Ock and Green Goblin coming back. It's like.
Oh, and there's that new photo that dropped, I think today. It was Spidey. Doc Ock had Spidey up and fucking like he's like clamping his head and shit, got him all tangled up and shit.
Yeah.
That was a sick photo.
Yeah, and apparently that is from set, and that is an official photo.
Nice.
Don, what do you think? Everybody who is in the trailer, like, is that all legitimately the actual trailer, or are they using a little misdirection?
Of course, it's the actual trailer. Marvel Studios isn't capable of lying to its fans. Yeah, I think everything that they've shown us in the trailer, in some form or another, will be in the movie. Of course, it might not be the exact shot we see. It might be an alternate take in the actual movie, or the dialogue might be a little bit different. But what was great about that trailer, again, was that it whet your appetite without giving too much away. You know, like, you didn't see the Green Goblin, you just saw the Goblin bomb. You saw Doc Ock, obviously, but that's because Alfred Molina had already confirmed he was in the movie. So the filmmakers were like, well, our hands are tied. We got to put him in the trailer now because he's already confirmed he's in the movie. So
I hope they don't show
Jamie Foxx in the trailer. Jamie Foxx, but he's supposedly confirmed. And now the latest rumor was that Sandman and Lizard have both been confirmed as well.
What about Daredevil? Is he going to be in it?
I think he's going to be. Yeah. Yes.
Wow. Should we put a little wager down?
I hear they kill him within like the first 5 minutes.
No, don't say that.
No, I'm kidding. Pete. I'm kidding.
God damn. You throw your load, dude.
It's really Mephisto. It's all Mephisto.
All this time.
It's all Mephisto.
Mephisto.
Yeah.
Look in the background of the one.
Spider-Man's just going to whisper him to, erase everybody's memory that he was ever Spider-Man.
Yeah.
All I know, the post-credit scene better be them dancing down the street to James Brown, Funky Soul, or else I'm walking right the F out.
Oh my God.
All right, can we just take that right now? All of us, let's dress up in costume, and we're going to do that.
Done.
Well, we need a costume change, and we only have 4 minutes left. So, yeah, we can do the move.
That's got the moves.
Right, that one. Yeah, it took me a minute. I was like, what the moves is this? All right. Hawkeye drops November 24th on Disney Plus. November 24th, November 30th, December 7th, December 14th. That's 4 episodes before Spidey drops. Is anything in the Hawkeye series going to build up to a New York, to a, I don't know, Sinister Six, to a criminal element that Hawkeye deals with that Spidey will also have dealt with? Is there any connection, or do they keep Hawkeye completely separate?
I think they're going to keep it separate, I think.
All right, everybody's talking at once. Let's start with Matt.
I'm hoping they keep it separate. I'd rather them see it build up the Daredevil presence. Because if they don't bring back Charlie Cox or Vincent D'Onofrio, I think that could be like recasting them. You could never do better. You know, everybody besides them will just be shit.
Yep. Don?
I don't think Hawkeye is going to tie into Spider-Man, to be perfectly honest. I'm not saying it's not going to lay the groundwork for future Marvel projects, but I don't think it's going to have any ties to Spider-Man, honestly. The only possible tie-in I could see is if maybe, Vincent D'Onofrio shows up and makes an appearance in Hawkeye, like what's been rumored. And then he possibly makes a quick cameo in Spidey somewhere. Like, I could potentially see them shooting that. But otherwise, I think it's going to be separate.
Yeah. Darkstar, what do you think? Any connection, Hawkeye to Spidey?
Yes. I think with what we saw with What If, I think the Watcher is going to be a thing in that. And, wow, fuck, where was I going with that? Hawkeye. What if, and we go into the, that's when that was the thing, the X-Men and whatnot, bring that into the, Marvel again, so we can have fucking, Wolverine and fucking, Hawkeye fucking going on that adventure. Fucking,
Old Man Logan, yep.
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
That is what I would love to see.
Yeah. Guys, we got 30 seconds left. I can't believe this went by that quick. I'd love to just piggyback this into another one, but we got a lot of material and we're just getting the wheels turning for the next season. So I'm going to call it here. wrap it up before we go overboard, and I have like 8 hours of editing before me. So thank you for being here. Let's get this
Thank you.
panel going again, man. Let's use this same group and talk about Spidey all through the fall and the winter.
Cool.
Rock and roll, guys. Thank you for being here. Peace,
See you
peace,
guys.
peace. NerD TopiC Season 2. Peace.
Oh!
Hit me up, subscribe, follow, all that stuff. We need you.